Hi you guys, it's Karina. So I am back with a fun little cute tutorial on how to make this adorable little Easter bunny inspired flower. Every holiday I like to kind of do something little cute for my children. So I wanted to show you guys how I made this cute little rose. Or I should say polka dots rose, because I did add a little bit of polka dots. Oh my gosh, please don't mind the nails. Yeah, they're bad. But yes, so I'm going to show you guys how to do this flower paper rose using my template 50. So I'm using my template 50. Now she is roughly around 3 inches, just so you know. So she is on the smaller side. And then I did use an image from Cricut Design Space. So I've made a couple of tutorials on different other characters on my Instagram. I want to say, I know I did some different ones for Easter, which you can find them under my saved highlight stories, you guys. And then I also have for Christmas, and I want to say Valentine's Day as well. And you can find those all under my saved highlight stories. And a lot of pretty much all the images that I do use are from Cricut Design Space. Now here and there, I do like to tweak them by just kind of adding a little bit more of a couple of elements to it. So for example, like this Easter bunny that I found, which I'll show you which image is the one that I used. But I kind of wanted her to be, for one, a girl. So I did just add a little touch of a bow. And then I went ahead and then just found an image on Cricut and used a carrot and then just placed it on top of her little hand. You can do whatever you want, but the nice thing with Cricut images is that you kind of can pick and like kind of omit little pieces here and there from certain images and just kind of create your own. Even the face, I kind of tweaked it as well. I got rid of the eyes and the nose, and then I just wanted more of kind of like that unicorn eyelash look. So that's what I did as well. But I kind of just want to give you the techniques. Sorry, allergies are so bad right now. If you're in Texas, you know allergies are horrible here. So anyways, so I'm just going to show you the techniques of different images that I typically go for this kind of style look. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is work on the rose. So like I said, I am going to be using my template 50. So let me move this little cutie to the side. Where can we put her? We'll put her right here. We're going to grab the petals. So now template 50 does require only 2 petals. You're going to have your round shaped petal that looks like this. And then you're going to have your other petal that looks like this. Now, as you can see, this is a multicolor rose. Now, I kind of was going for kind of like, you know, an Easter egg, and you know, when you color like kind of when I was younger, like different stripes on the Easter egg. So kind of that's where I was going with this rose, with the colors along with the polka dots, you know, because when I was little, I used to love, you know, coloring my Easter eggs. So that's kind of where the inspiration came from. Okay, so I am using 65-pound cardstock. Okay, so I did make the inner rose petals, which are your round ones, all a different color. So you need 8 of these. Okay, and then this rose is going to have, I want to say 5 layers. So here's my first layer, which is kind of like a salmon corally kind of orangey color, and then we're going to go with yellow next. Granted, you guys don't have to do these colors, like a minty green, then a blue, and then a purple. Okay, so then yes, we're going to do 5 layers of the outer petals, and you're going to need 4 of each. Okay, so follow the same technique if you just want to switch up the colors. You are going to need some sort of wooden dowel or something. I am going to use just a skewer, only because the petals are small, and I'm sure a lot of you can probably have a skewer somewhere in your kitchen, so you can use that to roll. And the only thing I'm going to be rolling, honestly, is just the inner petals, and not the other petals, for template 50. Okay, so first thing is first, go ahead and get 4 petals, and we are just gonna give the ends a curl inward. Okay, so we have 4 like that. get your glue gun. I am using the Sure Bonder Mini Detailed Glue Gun by Lynn & Lily. You can find this on the website from Sure Bonder. Okay, so here we have our first layer of the inner rosebud, just like that. So now you're going to get opposite ends. You're going to cross them, just like that. Get your glue gun. What we're going to do, just glue the sides. Okay. So now let's get the opposite. And now we are going to wrap that around that cone. And then the other side. All right, so we are done with this first part. So we're going to repeat. Grab my little skewer, give them a curl inwards. Now, I did hand cut these, so this template is available PDF hard copy and SVG on my template website, www.arielleesedesigns.com, or you can just find strictly the SVG on my Etsy shop. Okay, Etsy, I have said this before, only a few SVG templates, you guys. I haven't really had the chance to like transfer some of the other ones, but if you want to see all my templates, you can find them on my template website, www.arielleesedesigns.com. So I did hand cut these just because obviously I'm using different colors, so I didn't even want to bother with the machine of having to cover, you know, because you got to load and unload. You guys, I don't have the patience for that. No, thank you. So I did hand cut these, just FYI. So here we go. I'm going to get the other inner center and then glue, just like that. So pick a side, it does not matter. And we are going to wrap it around the cone. Just make sure you're kind of rubbing the sides to make sure that it is sticking. All right, so we are done with the inner center bud. So now you're going to get your next color. Okay, so we need 4, remember. Add your glue to the bottom rectangular part. I always start with the side that has, gosh, don't mind, this nail really, I should have fixed it, right? So where the triangle part is. Right here. You know what? All the other nails have been doing great besides this one, but I think this is my pointer finger that I tend to use a lot. Okay, and so now that we have, so here's the back. We have glued that one. We're going to add a little bit of glue to the side, just like this. And now we're going to pinch. Okay, so now we will repeat. Go to the opposite. Glue to the side, glue to the side, and pinch. Give it a rub. Grab your next 2. repeat. Okay. And I do have other video tutorials on this template as well, you guys. I just wanted to share this one. You know, Easter's right around the corner, so I just wanted to share with you guys this adorable little project. All right, so now we are on to the last one. Glue, glue, and pinch. Okay, so we have our first 4, so that is our first layer. So now let's go to our next color. This time we will be going the corners. Okay, so now we're gonna go in the corner right here. I'm gonna place my petal. Add glue. And then pinch. And that's it, you guys. We're just going to be going in between the corners and going around. So there's my first layer. Give it a rub. Next layer. A little bit of glue. You want to make sure too that you're leaving a little bit of space between these petals and this petal, okay? And just give it a little rub. Next one. Just rub. And on to the last one. Find that corner. Glue, glue, and pinch. All right, you guys. So we are done with that second layer. So now let's go on to our third layer. So we're going to go with green, glue, repeat. Now we're going to go in between the yellow, just like that. Glue on the sides and pinch. Okay, just like that. So let me go ahead and finish this layer of the green, and then I will be right back. Okay, you guys, so I am done with that green layer. So that is our third layer. So now we are on to our fourth layer. So we're gonna go with this blue, and we will be repeating the same steps. So now go in between these green, and we are gonna be gluing it, so the sides. And what you will notice is that the petals will be falling. That is exactly what you want, okay? So you'll notice that this petal is not necessarily up here, because that's not what you want. You want them to keep getting lower and lower, okay? Do you see that? So then we're gonna go on to the next. Find that corner, glue your petal, and you're gluing it to where you're stopping, where it starts to curve up, okay? Do you see that? the glue. Pinch. Oh gosh, I really should have really fixed this yellow nail. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that she was going to be, you know, showing up a lot over here. So there we go. And that's it. So let me go ahead and finish this blue layer and then I'll be back. All right, you guys, so I have started on the last layer, which is my purple one. I am just going in between that last layer that we did, which was the blue. And again, this is 65-pound cardstock weight that I am using. It's a little bit of mixture of Michael's and Printworks paper, okay, that I am using. We are on the last one. Definitely, well, at least I don't think a hard rose to do. The roses definitely take practice. But the more that you make them, the easier they become. I always say this. I struggled with roses. I hated making roses. But the more that I've been doing this, the easier they become for me. So that's why I say they're easy. But no, you know what? I've been seeing, my clients have been sharing a lot of pictures with me of my roses, because definitely this rose, my template 49 and my template 50, which is my this one, have become very popular. So I love you guys sending me pictures and showing me your creations. And honestly, it makes my heart happy whenever I see you guys using my templates. So there you go, you guys. She is all done. So again, she's roughly around 3 inches. So let's go ahead. Yeah, somewhere around there, 3.5 inches. Okay, so she is a little cutie. Now, I always get asked this, if she can get smaller. If you have the SVG, yes, you can resize her to make her smaller if you needed a smaller rose. I do have a video tutorial here on my YouTube channel sharing with you guys how I resize my templates, okay, to either make them smaller or larger. Now, this particular template is available in larger sizes, okay? But say if you want to make her smaller or whatnot, or even larger, you can. Just watch that video I have on my YouTube channel on resizing petals, and just follow the steps that I'm sharing with you guys, and you guys can definitely make her smaller if you need something smaller than 3 inches, okay? So she is all done. Now, again, she was kind of inspired of like an Easter egg. I hope you can see where I'm trying to go with that. Pretend it's an egg, okay? And we have these stripes going around the egg. So now I kind of wanted to add some polka dots. So I was like, well, what can I use? I was going to use crayons, but I was like, by the time I find them. So I just bought these paint markers for my daughter and my son. Fancy paint markers. I did get these off Amazon. So I said, perfect. This is where, the only thing with these, you do have to be careful because they do leak. But all I did was just, I'm going to start with the purple and just do little polka dots. They don't have to be perfect. And then pretty much I just went around and did that. But if you have markers at home, you can definitely, I mean, you don't have to do polka dots. You can do, you know, stripes, stars, whatever you want to do. So let me go ahead and bedazzle these petals and I'll be back. All right, you guys. So I am done adding the polka dots to my rose. So again, this is optional, but again, I'm trying to go for that Easter egg inspired polka dots. You know what I'm talking about. Flower. So now we're going to do our little rabbit. So again, I like to make these little characters every holiday for my children, just something cute for them. So I wanted to do a little bit something different this year for them. Last year, I used a different flower and I added a little Ferrero Rocher, kind of like an Easter basket. Again, that tutorial can be found under my saved highlight stories on Instagram at Ariel Elise Designs. And I share like three different images that I used. But today we're going to be doing this one. Now, like I had mentioned before, I did use bits and pieces of different images, just kind of because I couldn't really find exactly what it was that I wanted. So I kind of tweaked it a little bit. So let me grab my iPad here and let me go ahead and show you the images, and hopefully you can, okay, you guys, so hopefully you can see right here on my iPad the three images that I used. So I used this one right here. So if you want to go ahead and grab the number, type that number in your search engine, make sure you add the hashtag M469053, the whole thing that you see there. So that is the body part of the rabbit, okay? And then as I mentioned before, I added a carrot. So that's the carrot image that I use. And then the girl bunny, like I said, I had wanted a bow and I had wanted eyelashes. So then I just used the face of this rabbit and deleted the face off of this one. So all you got to do is just ungroup your image, you guys, and then you'll be able to manipulate how you want, you know, your image, whatnot. So whenever I try to look for characters when I'm making these roses, I want to make sure I find characters that the legs and arms are separate, as you can see here, that will allow me to chop them off. Okay, so let me go ahead and Google some more images for you guys so you guys can know what I mean. All right, you guys, so here are a couple of more. So this is the one that I use, the image that I use. And this is from the same artist, as you can see. And I think these are perfect just because, like I said, you want to look for images that you're going to be able to cut like the arms off and then the legs, like in a nicely way. So these would be perfect because when you cut them, you know, you're going to attach them to the flower. So this is kind of what you want to look for when you're looking for images, okay? So I just wanted to share with you a couple of them. And again, you can tweak them by just ungrouping them. So you need to go to ungroup. Okay, and then it'll ungroup the different layers for you. And like I had said, I did not want the, what do you call these? Like the whiskers, the nose. I wanted something completely different. So again, you can just mess around with the image. I mean, this one's cute. If you want a little boy bunny, I mean, this one is adorable. Like I said, I had wanted a girl bunny, but again, you can just mess around with the image and you can even like change the color. Obviously, I wanted more of a white bunny instead of a gray bunny. So that's a nice thing about Cricut. Just sit around in front of your computer and then just play around with it. And like I said, grab images from different, you know, images and kind of intertwine into one image. That's the nice thing about Cricut, is that you can do that, okay? So like I said, this is the image I'm using. So just type in those numbers that I shared with you in the beginning and then search for those images that I used. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started and let me show you how I make this little bunny rabbit that I have here. So I forgot to mention that roughly I tried to get the body to be a little over 5 inches, a little bit under 5.5 inches, because typically I like the head to be roughly around 2 inches height wise. That's kind of what I go for. Okay, but so like lengthwise or height wise, whatever, it is roughly around 5.5. Okay. So first thing is first, we are going to assemble the rabbit. So I am using Ecological Fibers suede paper. If you're a follower of mine, you know that I have been using their paper now for a while, and I absolutely love their suede paper. But the only thing, it is, again, paper, a thin paper. So I like to always get cardstock and glue it on top just to make it more sturdier. Okay, you can find them on Amazon. Again, they are one of my go-tos, especially when I make characters like this. I like to use their suede paper just because of the feeling, the texture of it. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So first thing is first, I'm going to be using my Barely Arts glue, and I am just gonna add glue all around. You can find them on Amazon too. This glue is pretty amazing. So I'm gonna grab my rabbit, and then I am just gonna place that on top. I'm gonna get my brayer. If you're wondering what that is, it's this, also from Amazon. This is from Zen Art. Cricut, a lot of people actually have started to make these, but this one just caught my attention. So I'm just gonna lightly roll over it, just so that way the glue is adhering evenly. And if you're wondering, my mat behind me, it's an acrylic mat that I'm totally obsessed with from Westcott. It's so adorable. Okay, so I have my bunny's body ready to go. So now we're gonna go ahead and glue on the inner part of the ears. I honestly find this very relaxing. So we're gonna go ahead and, so there's one. I should look for my little tweezers that I have. Okay, we got that part. Let's get the bow. Also suede. So the ears are also from the suede paper from Ecological Fibers. I don't know if you can see that. I'm telling you, obsessed. Okay, so here's my little bow. Also ecological suede. Place that on this ear. Let's do the carrot. Get the orange. Oh! And then we're going to place this one too. There you go. Then I like to glue this right on the hand. Just like that. And now, time for the nose and the mouth. I'm gonna do this away from the camera because, believe it or not, I get all nervous, and then yeah, because it's so small. The pieces are so small. So let me come back to you guys once I have the face all glued. All right, guys, I'm all done. I think I screwed up a little bit on the face, but oh well, she's cute. So now we need to go ahead and get our scissors. So these are also from Westcott, part of their titanium line. You guys know I am obsessed with Westcott scissors, especially their Carbo titanium line. So you're gonna get your scissors, get your rabbit. So now we're gonna chop her up. So first thing is first, we're gonna go ahead and cut off one of the arms. Just be careful not to chop that face. So there's one. So basically I'm just following the natural, right here, the line. 2. 3. 4. So we have the legs, the arms, and now this one, I am just gonna chop half off, just like this, okay? So now we go ahead and assemble her. So first thing is first, I like to glue the feet underneath. So I always get the 2 bottom petals. Okay, so these 2 right here. I'm gonna use my glue gun. Add a little bit of glue on the top just like that. And then place one of the feet. Get the other one. Repeat. Just like that. Now for the body, I pretty much just tuck her in behind. Oh, I have it underneath the blue one, just like that. You can glue her if you want. And now we're going for the arm. So you're going to repeat the same thing, just do a little bit of glue right on the edge. And then I go right here where the green one, this green petal is. Add the glue. And then repeat with this one, just a little bit of glue. And then repeat. And voila, you are all done. All right, you guys, and there you go. There is our Easter Bunny DIY using our template 50 and then an image from Cricut Design Space. So again, just follow this technique. If you find other characters, maybe like a cute little lamb. I think last year I did a lamb, and I want to say I also did a chip. Wait, a chip? Yeah, you know, the chicken, little baby, is it a chick? Baby chick, not a chip. My gosh. A baby chick. I'm pretty sure I made a baby chick as well. So yeah, I hope you found that helpful. And again, if you want, you can glue the head, which I probably do recommend because it keeps coming off. But yeah, just follow the same techniques if you find other little images, and kind of follow just the same steps. And again, go under my Instagram saved highlight stories, you guys, if you want to see the ones that I made last year. I'm going to post another little peek on the ones I did last year on my Instagram if you want to see, if you want to try to attempt to make them using my other template. I'm not too sure. I think I want to say that I used my template 94 for that one, that other Easter inspired sets that I made. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. If you give this a try, tag me on Instagram at Arielise Designs. Again, the template can be found either at www.arielisedesigns.com. You can find it in hard copy, PDF, SVG, or my Etsy shop, which it's only SVG. And SVG just means that you're going to have your cutting machine such as Design Space or Silhouette and cut out the petals for you. All right, you guys, I hope you found that helpful, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.